Alright, so as far as the overnight aspect, we don't have to let it drain overnight, we have to let it sit overnight. So what I'm going to do is, I put this in just for like any, so nothing would fly up in there, like a fly or anything. So pull it out, wipe it off, let the residual oil drip out. While that is dripping out, I'm going to take the crush washer that I got with the oil fill kit, or the oil filter kit. I'm going to put it on. So again, you want to make sure you wipe off the plug and everything, which I did. Alright, we're pretty much done dripping. Just gonna wipe this off. Kind of get in the grooves, make sure there's nothing sitting in those grooves. Drain plug is a size 14 millimeter. So what I'm going to do is just turn it in there. So it is 14 Newton meters, so I'm going to take my torque wrench and I tighten it to 14 Newton meter. Let's see if I can get the torque wrench in there though. You go 14 reds and Newton meters. Okay. Oh, son of a gun, it's not going to get in. So what I'll do is I will just put it on the socket wrench and tighten it. 14's not real strong per se, or like not real tight, so I'm not going to like really wrench down on it. That's not fitting. Okay, that's probably as tight as it's going to be. What we're going to do next is we're going to fill it with oil. So you want to make sure you have a funnel. Take this as the fill plug. Make sure you wipe it off. Anything in here out. Again, you don't want to fill it past the full marks, because if you ride the bike real spirited or you take it to the track, you do risk oil getting sucked up into the airbox, and that could cause problems. Stick it in here. Okay. Do you want to go to the other side and watch in the sight glass? So this is where it comes handy to have two people, because I'll have a little camera lady go over to the other side and watch in the sight glass and let me know when it's getting full. And I'm probably going to fill it up to the top bar, and then I'll run it and let it sit overnight. So again, we're going to fill it to this top bar and let it run, and then let it sit overnight. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to start the bike. I just filled it to just past the full mark. We're going to start it, let it run for a moment, and then shut it off. We'll let it sit overnight. We'll top it off tomorrow if it needs it, which it probably will. I did pull the oil pan, or the oil pan we use for dropping the oil, away, just in case there is anything leaking. I think it'd be easier to see on the ground. All right, here we go. So what we'll do is we'll let it sit overnight, and in the morning we should have a pretty good gauge of where the oil is. And so we'll probably have to top it up, and I'll probably bring it up to probably just above the low mark, because again, when we get a lot of pressure in there from riding real spirited, the last thing you want is oil going up into your airbox. And so I usually keep it between the two, but closer to the lower mark rather than the higher mark. Alright, I'm gonna be buttoning this up without you guys. So again, if you need help on any of the videos, just or putting it together, I have other videos out there with taking the fairings apart, putting them back on. Just remember, on the left side there's like a square piece on the inside of the fairing that goes here, and you pretty much, I'll use a screwdriver, I'll stick it in there and I'll just pull it over. You can feel it and wiggle it with your fingers, but other than that, everything should go on pretty well. And again, I have covered that in my other videos with removing the fairings and putting the fairings back on. So if you do have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Hey everybody, we're back. It's the next day, so in the morning. So we're going to, it's settled a little bit. I think the 7100 oil Motul that we're putting in here, I've reached out to some colleagues, they said it was a little thicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill it up to roughly in between. Here's the low again, here's the high. So we're going to fill it up just in between there, possibly to the bottom of the high, but roughly try and keep it in between. Alright everybody, so it looks like it's in the middle. That's where we're going to keep it. Again, if you are doing more spirited riding, you may want to adjust it where you need it so that it's not getting sucked into the airbox. Any questions, comments, please leave them below. And hopefully this helped you out. Save you some time, money, frustration, or receding hairline. It's your boy One Take Wonder coming at you with a review. How to, don't do. Keep the rubber side down. Twinkle, twinkle. Alright everybody, so I just want to show you, I just got done with the ride today and haven't gone through the footage yet, so we'll see if what I have. A lot of road construction, but anyway, I just wanted to show you, I just got in about an hour ago and the oil has settled to roughly, it looks like between the two marks, maybe to the bottom of the high mark. So the reason I want to show you this is because with the oil change, it takes forever for it to settle. You have to leave it overnight. But if you put the proper amount of oil in, it should be showing properly on the sight glass shortly after you get done riding it. Alright, it's your boy One Take One and giving you a review how to don't do to save you time, money, frustration, and a receding hairline. Keep the rubber side down. Twinkle, twinkle.